Legends seldom capture moments like this, yet the annals of the Azure Province will remember it. Martial God Asura, Chapter 275, Chapter 276 opens on a quiet upheaval. Chu Feng, the prodigious disciple of the Azure Dragon School, has left a trail of stunned onlookers behind him, even as the peerless Yan Ruyu of the Jade Maiden School watches with eyes that blend sorrow and understanding. The 100-school gathering looms like a storm on the horizon, each first-rate school mustering its champions, while whispers trace the audacity of a duo, Chu Feng and Zhangqing, riding proudly at the front, unbowed by disdain. Shadows stir among the banners, and banners sway in anticipation. The elders of the realm hold their breath. In this chapter, the game of prestige, power, and hidden talent is about to ignite, and the question hangs over every warrior present. Who will rise, and who will crumble when the storm of genius finally breaks? Do not wander about claiming me as your fiancé. You are far beneath my notice. The words tore through the midday air, sharp and unyielding. Chu Feng's voice carried over the stunned silence that fell like a heavy curtain. With a decisive push, he urged his sedan chair onward, leaving behind a sea of wide-eyed beauties, their expressions frozen between disbelief and awe. To hear Chu Feng declare others unworthy was unsurprising. He was, after all, a prodigy of extraordinary caliber. Yet the name that hung in the aftermath of his rebuke sent shockwaves through those gathered. Yan Ruyu, the Jade Maiden School's most illustrious disciple, a peerless figure among the young women of the Azure Province, unmatched in both cultivation and ethereal beauty. If anyone dared claim the title of the province's second most beautiful, it was she. Yet in the hearts of those who truly knew, she reigned supreme. Yan Ruyu's allure was not the hollow pride of vanity or arrogance. Beneath her flawless exterior lay warmth and kindness, a sincerity rare even among the gifted disciples of the Jade Maiden School. She bore no scandal, no blemish upon her character. Her presence moved countless young talents to admiration, each dreaming of earning a place at her side. Even Dugu Awan, the shining exemplar of the youth within the Azure Province, had long harbored respect for her. And yet, to the astonishment of all, Chu Feng, the unassuming genius of the Azure Dragon School, found her insufficient. Shock rippled through the assembly. If even Yan Ruyu could not command his gaze, then what mortal could? Amid the whispers and gasps, Yan Ruyu's expression remained serene. Her eyes, twin rivers of starlight, shimmered with a quiet regret as she watched Chu Feng's figure recede. "Forgive me," she murmured, voice soft as silk. "I never intended to place you in such a bind, but..." High in the shadowed woods, 3 figures observed the unfolding drama, cloaked by the rustling leaves. The heads of the Azure Dragon School, Swordless School, and Jade Maiden School, each a master among the masters, watched with unblinking eyes. The clash between Chu Feng and Nangang Xiao had already summoned their attention. Attempts by the Jade Maiden School's head and Zhangqing to intervene were halted by the Swordless School leader, whose intent was clear. Witness the battle of the young as a measure of true strength. The Swordless School had sought to showcase Nangang Xiao, not merely to display his skill, but to assert the school's dominance. Yet the outcome confounded all expectation. Even the head of the Swordless School stood frozen, disbelief etched upon his features, mirrored by the Jade Maiden School's leader. Zhangqing, the Jade Maiden School head, intoned with a rare smile, "I could not have imagined that your Azure Dragon School harbored such a prodigy. The rumors were true. The 100-school gathering will witness your school's abilities in full glory." A warning followed, sharp and measured. "Remember, young schoolhead, the 100-school gathering does not honor disciples alone. The true weight lies with the school heads themselves. Be vigilant." The Swordless School head, pride wounded and visage flushed with humiliation, snorted and departed with his forces, leaving the path clear for those who followed. Zhangqing regarded the departure with serene indifference. The man's cultivation, though formidable at the 8th level of the profound realm, meant little against the vast potential Zhangqing had already glimpsed in Chu Feng. Chu Feng himself felt the thrill of advancement coursing through his veins. Only days past, he had stood at the 7th level of the origin realm. Now, he ascended to the 9th. Whether by secret cultivation or the concealment of his former power mattered little. His potential now gleamed like a blade honed to perfection. The 100th school gathering awaited, and the youth of the Azure Dragon School would reclaim their long-suppressed honor. After days of relentless journeying, Chu Feng and his companions arrived at the Lingyun School, the apex of the Azure Province. Unlike the mountain-born academies, Lingyun sprawled across the plains, a vast city of stone and grandeur, radiating a presence that commanded reverence. Today, its gates swung wide, summoning first-rate schools from every corner of the province. The air hummed with power. White-headed eagles soared overhead, banners of vibrant colors rippling in the wind, each symbol a declaration of status and might. The 100 School Gathering was a stage for supremacy, where disciples and elders alike would lay bare their cultivation. Every school sought to impress, none wished to appear diminished. Yet in this display of majesty, an anomaly emerged. The Azure Dragon School, now elevated to first-rate status, arrived with but a single disciple beside their head. Whispers spread through the gathering. "Who are they? I don't remember them from last year." Azure Dragon School, newly promoted, only one exists. Just 2 representatives? Such audacity. And aligned with the Jade Maiden School? This is sheer overreach. At the forefront, Chu Feng and Zhangqing rode proudly beside the Jade Maiden School head. Their elevated position, coupled with the azure banner fluttering above, drew the eyes of all. Disdain and envy rippled through the crowd, yet they remained unfazed. Laughing and conversing freely, they provoked the ire of countless schools that had hoped for favor with the Jade Maiden School. Quietly, these onlookers resolved that any encounter in the gathering would be met with subtle obstruction. The ground trembled beneath a gathering storm. The great assembly of 100 schools surged forward, yet a singular group emerged from the Lingyun gates, commanding silence. Among them were the most formidable figures in the Azure Province, and even the boldest whispers were stilled by the weight of their presence. The stage for the 100 School Gathering was set, and the air crackled with the promise of unparalleled battles, hidden ambitions, and legendary confrontations yet to come. Listen closely, for in the heart of the Azure Province, a storm was quietly brewing, one that would sweep through the 100 School Gathering and leave all who witnessed it trembling in awe. Even before a single clash had begun, the air itself seemed to bend under the weight of unseen power. The strongest schools had gathered, each boasting proud legacies and fearsome disciples. Yet, when the emissaries of the Lingyun School arrived, a hush fell over the crowd. Their presence alone seemed to suppress the might of every other academy. It was as though the land itself bowed to their reputation. The Lingyun School, unquestioned in their dominance, stood as the pinnacle of cultivation in the Azure Province. From the brilliance of their young disciples to the terrifying might of their elders, they were leagues beyond all others. At the forefront strode a man of formidable presence, tall, straight, and imposing, with hair as black as midnight ink. His eyes, sharp and lively as an eagle's, scanned the crowd with a piercing intensity. Wherever his gaze fell, even the strongest warriors felt an involuntary tremor. This was Yan Ruyu, the venerable head of the Lingyun School. Beside him, 12 venerable elders radiated an aura of supreme authority. Each one had mastered the 9th level of the profound realm, a level that, alone, would awe any other school. But 12 of them? That was sheer, undeniable dominance. They were known far and wide as the 12 protectors of the Lingyun School, guardians of an unparalleled legacy. And then there was Dugu Aoyan, the unrivaled prodigy of the young generation. Though his cultivation lingered at the 8th level of the profound realm, his aura carried the weight of true genius, surpassing all before him. As these figures stood together, the assembled crowd found themselves at a loss for words, unwilling to show even the slightest disrespect. Yet, not all were content with mere admiration. Chu Feng, his eyes keen and discerning, focused intently on Yan Ruyu. He sensed something beyond the ordinary bounds of cultivation, a depth of power that even his spirit perception struggled to fathom. This aura is beyond comprehension, he murmured. Yan Ruyu, has he already transcended the profound realm? Has he entered the heaven realm itself? It was a thought that struck awe into his heart. The heaven realm had been lost for centuries in the Azure Province, a domain no master had dared tread, even the legendary Imperial Sky Sage. Yet here, Yan Ruyu seemed to carry its essence effortlessly. Chu Feng's analysis faltered, for the head of the Lingyun school had reached a plane of power that even spirit techniques could not measure. Before Chu Feng could delve further, a sudden wave of spirit energy surged toward him. Instinctively, he withdrew, ceasing his observation. Behind Yan Yangtian, an older figure emerged, draped in a gray cloak, emanating the presence of a world spiritist, the Lingyun school's own gray cloak world spiritist. Yan Yangtian's voice cut through the tension. "What troubles you?" he asked, turning to the cloaked elder. "I sensed a formidable spirit power," the elder replied, his tone grave. "It is strong, perhaps a gray cloak world spiritist." Yan Yangchen raised an eyebrow, his expression unreadable. "Have you identified them?" "No. Their reaction is subtle, but their spirit formation skills rival my own. It could very well be the long-lost Mr. Greycloak," the elder intoned. Yan Yangtian's lips curved into a faint smile. "If Mr. Greycloak has truly arrived, it may prove fortunate." With that, he turned to address the assembly, extending an invitation to enter the Lingyun school. A ceremony of grand proportions was about to commence. The plaza of the Lingyun school stretched vast and imposing, designed specifically for the grandeur of the 100-school gathering. As the leaders, elders, and disciples assembled, Yan Yangtian's voice echoed like rolling thunder, outlining the rules and setting the stage for the extraordinary event. This 100-school gathering unites the mightiest academies of the Azure Province. To honor exceptional strength, a special position has been prepared for this year, Yan Yangtian declared. The chosen school shall be exempt from all competitions, and at the gathering's conclusion, their school head and disciple may directly challenge the strongest of all, both the top school head and the supreme disciple. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Such a privilege was unthinkable. Who could claim such honor? Every year, the Lingyun school's own disciples occupied these pinnacle roles, leaving little doubt as to the scale of power required to even compete. To be selected was to receive the tacit approval of the mightiest, a mark of distinction second only to the Lingyun school itself. Speculation ignited among the gathered schools. Perhaps the Three Emperor School, last year's second-place victors, could seize the honor. Or maybe the Spirit Mountain School, or the elusive Swordless School. Some whispered that only the most graceful and refined, perhaps the Jade Maiden School, would be deemed worthy. Each guest carried ambition, envy, and hope in equal measure. Finally, Yan Yangtian raised his hand, commanding silence. To announce which school shall receive this honor, I welcome a distinguished guest to the 100-school gathering, Lord Chu Feng. At that moment, the crowd's eyes were drawn to the stage, where a figure of supreme aura appeared. Lord Chu Feng, the Qi clan's chief from the Qilin prince's mansion, radiated authority and mastery. He had reached the 9th level of the profound realm years ago, a master unmatched in combat within that domain. His appearance alone silenced the audience, commanding respect even from the strongest schools. Whispers spread like wildfire. Why would a figure of such caliber attend this gathering for the Azure Dragon School? Some speculated a bond of sworn brotherhood between Lord Chu Feng and Chu Feng, the #1 disciple of the Azure Dragon School. Others scoffed, dismissing the rumors as the desperate fabrications of a fledgling school seeking recognition. Yet the intrigue persisted. The presence of such a powerful lord brought equal measures of wonder and doubt. Chu Feng felt the eyes of the entire assembly upon him, suspicion mingling with curiosity. Could the young prodigy of the Azure Dragon School truly share a bond with someone of Chu Fengyang's stature? The whispers carried sharp intent. Many longed to witness the downfall of the underdog, to see the humbled rise and fall. In this world, the dance of prestige and power was as thrilling as any battle, and the 100-school gathering had only just begun. The stage was set, the air thick with anticipation, and legends in the making held their breath. A single choice, a single challenge, could shape the destiny of the Azure Province for generations to come.